Hi there, welcome back to the archives. So I'm going to do one more of the Chinese goddesses for today, in honor of the Chinese New Year. And so today is February 18th, and so I'm a day late. I believe the Lunar New Year was yesterday. I wasn't able to post any videos yesterday, so I am gonna post it today, even though I'm late. I'm gonna do one more. So we're looking at the book Goddess. We're going back to Goddess. 50 goddesses, spirits, and saints, and female figures who have shaped belief. Okay, so this is Mazu. We're going to do Mazu. This is the image for Mazu. There's another one down there. And so Mazu, am I saying it right? Sorry. Mazu is the Chinese goddess of the sea. Mazu's a little bit different here because kind of like she's similar to Azili Danto in that some people say she was an actual human, right? She took human form. What's interesting about Mazu is the goddess. She's a goddess form of a woman who really lived in Fuijan, China, 1,000 years ago. So she's known as Holy Mother in Heaven and is a protector of all who take on the powerful sea, like fishermen, traders, and travelers. Okay? So although she is known by many names, some say that prayer sent to Mazu, according to the book, means granny, um, or ancient mother. So any prayers you sent to Mazu goes to her immediately, is what the book says. The real woman behind Mazu, the goddess Mazu, was named Moniang or Lin Mo. Did I pronounce it right? Moniang or Lin Mo. The book goes on to refer to her as Moniang, so I'm going to use that one, which means the silent girl. And so basically, she got that name because it says she didn't cry at birth, right? Usually, when a child is born, they try to get it to cry, so you can hear that like it's alive, its voice. I actually don't know why they make it. Why did they make sure? Yeah, to know that the child its vocal cords are working, it's breathing. Um, I'm sure there's other more medical terms for ensuring that the baby is crying. She did not cry. Okay, she was silent. And so, and she was silent she didn't make a sound for the first years of her life. She didn't talk. That can nowadays is usually attributed to like autism, for instance. But I don't think that it didn't say anything about autism. I'm just bringing that up because that was what it reminded me of. There's many reasons people don't cry. I mean, people don't speak, especially in the early years, but autism is one of it. And so she had the gift of seeing. Okay, so it's giving spectrum. She had the gift of seeing the future, and she could visit a place in her mind without having to physically travel there. Yeah, it's giving spectrum, right? But again, maybe not to pathologize her. Uh, but that's her story. So, real person was born, didn't cry, didn't speak for the first few years of her life. She could see the future, and in her mind's eye, she could travel. So once she was visited by a nun. Okay, a nun came from many miles away. Moniang said to the nun, "Please bring me one of the flowers from the trees in your home." And the nun was like, there's no flowers on the tree in my home. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Right? And she's like, "Yes, just please go home. There are flowers on your tree. I would like for you to bring me a flower." So the nun goes home, and sure enough, the tree in her yard has flowers. And she's like, "Wait a minute, what? How did she actually traveled outside of her body to see the flowers?" So for whatever reason, she knew that the tree had flowers, and the nun brought her a flower. So, how did she become the guardian of the sea? Well, she had a brothers. Her brothers left on a sea voyage one day, and she fell into a deep trance. She began crying and screaming for them. Her parents tried to bring her around, and was devastated to be woken. She was weeping inconsolably. Right when her brothers finally returned from the harbor, they described what had happened while Moniang had been in a trance. And so basically, their ship had been battered by waves, yet they could see their sister form holding them steady in the water. So this is what her brothers said, right? Their ship was like going back and forth, but their sister's form was holding the ship together, and her parents had snapped at her out of the vision. The calming image had been vanished, and the eldest brother was thrown into the sea. Moniang was so devastated that she couldn't save all her brothers, that she vowed to remain single and in a constant meditation for the rest of her life. So she died very young, but was recognized as a guardian of seafarers, and after death, she was respected as the goddess Mazu. So, despite the fact that she never married, and she never had any children, so she was ahead of the time, she was childless, didn't get married, she's still worshipped as a protective figure for women who want to have a child. Okay, she continues to help those that need her, and over 300 years after the real woman Moniang died, an important man, the emperor's envoy, Sheng He, described how his ship was only one in a huge fleet to survive a typhoon. He was afraid and unable to cross the fierce water until Mazu appeared to him and guided the ship to safety. So honors were showered on her shrine as thanks. And so there are many tales of how she saved people from troubles at sea, from storms, from pirates, and even sea monsters. Her stories have sailed across the oceans with Chinese travelers for over 1,000 years, and people from her region in the southeast coast of China who migrated to Taiwan, and took worship of Mazu with them. And so she's especially honored there where many people's lives center around the sea and the water. China's capital is Beijing. What's Taiwan's capital? Oh boy, my geography. I was going to say Hanoi, but that's not it. Let's see. Taipei. Yeah, I forgot. Taipei. Okay, so yeah, this is the goddess that you call to protect you if you're on the rough waters, if you're on a boat cruise, if you are, what are some other reasons you would be in the sea? It said that in 2016, apparently her face appeared was seen in waves in a typhoon. People were seeing her face in waves in a typhoon. And the image spread around the world. I had not seen that image, so I can't tell you. She's just as famous and well loved today as when the real Moniang was alive over 1,000 years ago. So this is Mazu, the Chinese goddess of the sea, which technically also honors Lin Mo and Moniang. Okay? So again, happy Chinese New Year. That's all from me for now, okay? Until next time, in solidarity. Oops, my bad.